Today, from Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara, California, it's the NFC Divisional Round Playoffs on EA Sports. As we'll see Brock Purdy and the San Francisco 49ers taking on Kirk Cousins.
The first of 4 berths in the conference championships on the line here as divisional weekend in the NFL is underway. Returning from his end zone is Ray McCloud. And look at this. Right away, a loose football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And they will have the football deep in enemy territory all the way at the 10-yard line. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Right away, they'll change the look. First play, here's Cousins. And incomplete to open things up.
It's zone defense right away here defensively, and I know that these linebackers and DBs are going to be tested throughout. They passed the first test, though. This one falls incomplete.
Second down, Cousins. He'll get this complete to Rondale Moore. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
Cousins. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Falcons first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Meanwhile, Cousins throw into the hands of Pitts here. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Second down and 6 now. Cousins now. Going for Kyle Pitts again. He's got him again. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down. Cousins here going to change the play. They'll look to throw again. And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. Larry Ogunjobi never giving up. He works his way to the QB for a loss of 12. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. A run for the first time with Bijan Robinson. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Short throw caught by Pitts.
They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
That hurts. If it was running into the kicker, wouldn't be a first down. Roughing, it is a first.
And just think about the differences between the two. Running into the kicker almost feels inadvertent, just a small tap, so to speak. But when you rough him, usually bodies are hitting the ground and flying all different places. And the difference is 5 yards or 15. And in this case, that's a big play.
Talanoa Hufanga in on the stop. From the 44-yard line, here's a 2nd down and 6. Throwing, Cousins. Short throw caught by Pitts. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. Now Cousins. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. Now a 2nd and 6. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Man open, that's Ray McCloud. And he's going to be knocked down hard at the end of that one. Well, whatever script they put together for this offensive drive, Charles, seems to be working. I'm curious to see if this defense will make any adjustments here.
Things certainly going according to plan, aren't they? I mean, the way they're advancing the football, it's like they're on the practice field having one of their better days. But instead, it's game day, and they're moving the ball downfield with purpose.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Now they'll change things around before the snap. A first carry for Tyler Algier. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down. Now Cousins. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
Koo knocks this one through the post. And the Falcons are out to a 3-0 advantage. Not the touchdown they wanted, but hey, you're on the road in the playoffs. They did get 3 on the board.
Yeah, it's a good opening drive, so you feel good about it yourself. You get to the sidelines. The defense feels good about you helping them right out of the gate. The team, yeah, they feel pretty good about coming in the playoffs and getting points on the board right away.
Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line. 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want. But on the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
And McCaffrey going to pick up a Niners first down as he'll be brought down at the 42-yard line. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
And when you get into the divisional round of the playoffs, this is where having the ability to run the football is such an advantage. The defenses, they're generally going to be tougher the further you go along. So if you can get something established up front, it's going to give you a great chance to move on.
And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up second down. Right back to Mitchell here. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
From the 25, here's a second down and 4. They'll run here, the former Longhorn with it. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
That one complete till again. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Give them 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. So after several rushes to start the game, Charles, they go to the air there and get a nice completion.
Nice mix-up on the play calling, right? Establish the running game, make the defense think you're going to do it again, and then hit them over the top. Now you've got them betwixt and between. They don't know which way you're going to come at them.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Niners have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead. Moody good with the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it all ends with a George Kittle touchdown. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Falcons now. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gas,
yeah,
right?
A little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting upfield, only giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Throwing is Cousins. And that one too wide and incomplete.
And that's the knowledge you gain from being in this league for a long time. He's learned the hard way when to give up and fight another down. And that's a smart move to throw it away.
On 3rd down, Cousins. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. On 4th down, Bradley Pinion on to punt for the Falcons. Back to return it, Christian McCaffrey. They bring the pressure as he gets this one away. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Good blocking there. Nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Ayuk goes in motion. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks as they've got it with a third down coming up. A give running left, it's McCaffrey. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4.
But forget knowing where the first down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front. And a lot of times that is one-on-one. And if you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
Got a man, that's Ayuk. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. What a time for his first catch as they get the conversion on 4th. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Ayuk goes in motion. Play action, and now here's Purdy to throw it. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Purdy now to throw off the play action. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And incomplete on the deep ball.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
And that one will be no good. He never had it on line. It's well wide to the left, and this will stay a 4-point game.
And anytime you see a kicker trot out to try one from 56 yards, you know everything's got to come off perfectly for it to have a chance. If the laces aren't quite right, if he doesn't hit the fat part of the ball just right, it's unlikely to go through, and that one winds up no good.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. We're just shy of midfield. Here's 2nd down and 8. Cousins to throw it. And caught by London. It'll go as a gain of 4. And now it's 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. 3rd and short yardage. Cousins. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. A defensively lucky there, able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
The 49ers offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And the way their last drive ended, boy, it was frustrating. They had a pretty good drive going. It was sustained, and then it stalled out, Charles, and they missed the field goal and got nothing out of it.
Is that insult to injury? Because they had such a sustained drive, as you noted. So you know for the head coach, it almost felt like a little bit of failure to send out the field goal unit and then to not even see the ball go through the post. What a bummer on that last drive for them. Got to pick themselves up from that one.
Well, that's good for a 1st down. There's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs. Here's Purdy. Got a man. That's Leggett. 20! And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. It's another 1st down on a big gainer there, 33 yards. What a luxury to have a tight end that can not only catch it, but then can run after the catch like that.
What was the old expression back in the good old days that they used to carry pianos on their backs when they were after they caught the football? Someone would stop and bang out a tune along the way as well. But nowadays, these guys are essentially bulked up wide receivers, and they're a full part of the passing game, and we see a lot of big plays as we just saw there.
2nd and 2, 1st down marker at the 5-yard line. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
And he will have the 1st down before he's brought down at the 3. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
And how about that on 3rd down? So many different directions an offense can go. Throw it out wide to the receivers, get it to their speedy running back. They changed up everything and handed it to the fullback, and he surprised them all and picked up a 1st down.
And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
That's someone who's pretty happy right there. That's the defense coordinator. Body after body getting to him before he can get started.
Purdy now to throw. That is caught by the tight end Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. A great effort there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Niners are able to stretch out their lead. Moody good with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Here's McLeod from his end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. Cousins. That's out wide here for Robinson. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. How about this? They'll try the option. Left side. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. He'll wind up getting 2 there as he does it himself and picks up the 1st. So that was all you're looking for on a play like that. Get the 1st down and keep the drive moving.
Yeah, it just looked to me like he just said to himself, I've got this. I'll take it. I'll pick it up, and let's keep moving. Get the 1st down, get a new set, and let's start over.
And the Niners get there and bring him down. Larry Ogunjobi. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's a game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. And that was one I kind of saw coming, Charge. Had a free safety just hanging back there over the middle, waiting. And he saw that ball go in the air, and he jumped on it.
And I don't know why the quarterback didn't see that. That was just your standard cover 3, which means the free safety in the middle of the field, the 2 corners, and they divide the field in thirds. But when you have a free safety with range, like a good center fielder, he can go from side to side and make plays on the football as he did there.
And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. That's now consecutive 5-yard carries to pick up the first down. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Purdy going to give it to Garendo. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's first and goal. Here's Garendo on first down. And he's going to bull his way down to about the 1-yard line. It's a good pickup of 7 yards, and now they're looking at second and goal.
That's a great run right there on first down. Didn't quite get into the end zone, but now you've set yourself up for at least 2, maybe 3 more shots from close range.
So they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Tip Ryman taking it in from a yard out. And the 49ers continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Moody good with the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Here's McLeod from his end zone. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 20.
Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
I don't care what the emphasis is in the NFL at any given time. Every defense is still going to say their #1 goal every game is stop the run. And right now, they're not doing that, and that really chips away at your confidence.
And the Niners are going to be set up with a first and goal. He couldn't quite reach the chalk, but they'll have it at the 1-yard line. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on first and goal. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And across the goal line into the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Tip Ryman with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the 49ers are able to add on to their first half lead. Now Moody for the PAT. And they open the lead up now to 25 points. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it's polished off by a touchdown for San Francisco. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he probably wishes he would have sat on that one. Instead, he's only able to get this up beyond the 15-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Now a second down throw for Cousins.
That's complete to Mooney.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll... Head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Fair catch called for and made at about the 32-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And not an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead before intermission.
And when you're talking about extending the lead, I think you're talking about aiming for the end zone because there is plenty of time for that. The fallback is to get 3. But in your mind, you put 6 on the board right before the half. That's a heck of a dagger and great momentum to carry into the locker room.
And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory.
57 yards rushing for him now as he has been strong here in the first half of this divisional round matchup.
A final shot before the break, Darnold. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much.
Well, look around the NFL. We'll have to wait for postgame because we are moving right through halftime and on to the third quarter. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. And they have made this look easy. I mean, there's not supposed to be anything easy about the NFL playoffs, but this lead, yes, they're at home, but this has been impressive.
And we hear all the time when upsets happen, teams go on the road, that maybe home field advantage isn't all it's cracked up to be. But you and I both know the reality is teams really fight hard to get it. Why? You don't ever have to change routine. Everything's familiar going into the game. It makes things easier, and that has paid off for them in a big way in this contest.
Once again, it's Brooks.
And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Brooks.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
It may be only a gain of 3 yards, but that back, he deserves a lot more credit on the play. That could have easily been stopped at the line, but his vision and his determination found some space to turn it into that modest gain.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's second down and 7. They'll try the middle with Garindo. And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Here comes the 49ers punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
On second down, McCaffrey. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down.
There you go, partner. That's some old-school football right there. You need 1 yard? Give it to your bruiser at fullback and let him get the job done.
Darnold will hand off to McCaffrey and give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
Nice satisfying run on 1st down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
And he is down at the 48, a pickup of 4 that started at one 48-yard line and ended at the other. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the 1st down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
That is caught, and he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the 1st. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. 1st down, here's Mitchell. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. 81 yards rushing for him now on the ball game as he is trying to will his guys to the championship round next weekend. On 1st down, they go back to Mitchell. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Another run with Mitchell. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, 1st and goal.
And that's a great run, and this is where you've got a running back who feels like he needs to take over this football game. You're in the 2nd half, you got the lead, you're looking at moving on to the conference championship, and he's got to be saying, just keep giving me the ball, and I'll get us home.
And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
And now defensively, you have to look at this like the game's on the line. It's just the 3rd quarter, but another touchdown given up here could really spell an end to their chances, so they need to tough it up and keep them at it.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Tip Ryman saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Niners are able to widen their advantage. Moody good with the extra point. And they open the lead up now to 25. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Here's McLeod from his end zone. And he probably wishes he would have sat on that one. Instead, he's only able to get this up beyond the 15-yard line. They begin on the ground with Guerendo. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
Here's a 2nd and 5. On the give, it's Guerendo. And he's got room. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they are powering through, and they're controlling this game.
A run out of the gun with Brooks. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. From the 38 now, here's 2nd down and 2. They'll stay on the ground with Brooks. And he gets it down to the 32. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Up the middle with Brooks here. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
This 2nd and 4. In motion left comes Williams. On 2nd down, here's Mitchell. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Sometimes I get almost mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, those eyes that carry their feet to open spaces, make people miss. I just love watching those guys go to work.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Handoff here, Guerrero. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
A quick throw, but incomplete. The CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
And he's going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
Now 2nd and 9 from the 10. On the ground, here's Guerrero. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and they're going to face a 3rd down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, it's Guerrero. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. And he's just short. He got 6 of the 7 he needed, so that leaves a decision here on 4th and a yard. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Here comes the Falcon off. They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike.
On 1st and 10, Darnold. He'll find Williams on the side. Oh, now he's stripped. He lost the football. And the Falcon, there he goes, right side.
You and I have been around teams, and they all have goals for games, don't they? And every
They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold. And that's going to be incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit too.
Here's 2nd and 10. Play action. It's Darnold. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
And this offense on 3rd down today, 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. In motion right, that's Williams. Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go. Mike, 53. Mike.
And Darnold wants to throw the football. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, 49ers. Jamison Williams, 66 yards. And the Niners are moving closer to a date now in the NFC Championship game as they're able to extend this 4th quarter lead. Moody good with the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly fake, and it's Darnold. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on. Second down and 10, Darnold. This is caught by Williams. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. That puts him in excellent position, first and goal after a gain of 19.
Partner, I know we're still in the afternoon slate here, some primetime games still on the docket, but it's going to be tough to top this effort. What an offensive performance we have seen. They have been unstoppable from the moment we began this game, and they're not holding back. They're still throwing the football here in the fourth.
They certainly are, and let me tell you something. If you're old school, you don't like this at all, but in today's football, you just go ahead and savor it. Watch a team execute at a high level. Doesn't matter what the scoreboard says.
Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference to see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up, but he certainly will have some explaining to do.
And the Niners will continue on as we say so long, everybody.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The 49ers get the win here at home as we say so long from Santa Clara.